Hey, how's it going, everybody? Been a bit since we've been able to talk about RLCS roster changes. It's been pretty hushed since I talked about the potential for the rosters to start to become finalized, but we do have some new roster news, a couple rumors, a couple things being hinted at, even though I think I already know the answer of what's going to be happening, as well as some other things that we didn't expect. So with that said, let's get into the roster changes. What's up, everybody? Lawler here, your inside source for all things Rocket League. Going to be rifling through some roster changes, some things from teams that we actually haven't heard from in quite a while, more so confirmations and everything else, as well as some players actually hinting at some of these changes as well. Before we get into that, as always, if you guys do enjoy the content, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, feel free to share around, comments, questions down below, all that kind of stuff, as well as links to everything in the description. First things first, we are going to be talking about eUnited, a team that results wise has been pretty polarizing. Didn't really push into that top 8 at all last season, and despite that aren't making a roster change from the looks of it. As of right now, eUnited does stand to be the same, and even more so, they have re-signed one of their players. Recently they put out a tweet saying, ahead of the RLCS season, we are excited to announce that Ajax has re-signed to our starting roster. That will be in addition to Tristan and Dapper, who are already there. The thing that is changing, though, is they're adding a new coach. They do have Rod Gregg as the team's new head coach. This is actually a massive congratulations to Rod Gregg. Although Rod Gregg has been in the scene for a very long time as a player and as a competitor, this will be the first time that it looks like he is actually coaching a roster, let alone an RLCS roster. So best of luck to Greg, and hopefully he finds success. Up next, all the rumors surrounding G2. What the heck's happening with Dreaz? Where's First Killer going? Blah, blah, blah. I told you guys what was happening, and it's finally here. Dreaz is officially no longer a sub for G2. He has been finally signed to the roster as a dedicated player. I told you, Lawler, if he was performing well, he's going to get a 3-year contract. Well, here he is. Dreaz, a sub no more, as they state in the tweet. He is now officially part of G2 as the official roster alongside Chicago and JNAPS, which is a massive round of applause. I talked about this in a video just a little bit ago about how it was due to possible contract complications. Now, the thing that I forgot to kind of say in detail, or the different perspective I forgot to spin on it, was that it may not necessarily be his contract. It could be the fact that First Killer was trying to sign somewhere, or maybe FaZe Clan paid more and he wanted to go there, or what those reasonings are. It could also very well be that First Killer, rather than going to G2, felt better with scrims and practice and the results they were having with FaZe Clan. There's a lot of different things that could be the factor as to why this happened. What I will say, though, is none of that matters, because Dreaz did do quite a bit when it came to G2 in that final split. Had a really solid performance, and he's just getting started. So I, for one, am really happy for Dreaz. I'm glad he has found a home with G2, one of the best organizations in Rocket League, alongside 2 very talented veteran roster talent. So really looking forward to this team. Excited to see how they grow over the course of the next season, whenever the heck that'll start. Knock on wood. Hopefully October. Up next, in the middle of that recent tournament I just played in, the Pittsburgh Knights Summer Bash, with myself, Verge, and Gyro. Gyro obviously was streaming and talking to his chat and ended up saying this. Forewarning, a little bit not safe for work.
Yeah, Sam.
No, it was just a sick fake. On the game.
And I don't mean to, tickle your balls a little bit.
I'll be right.
I mean,
No,
unless you're like above 18.
Okay, I'm still right.
But, might be a near announcement.
Now, I did talk about in the previous video, the same one with G2 and First Killer and all that kind of stuff, that Gyro has been scrimming and practicing a lot with Rogue. I assume that is staying the same. Hopefully an announcement comes with that as well. Obviously, as there is a lot of moving parts. First Killer, I assume, most likely going to FaZe is going to become solidified. Dreaz to G2 is definitely solidified. So Gyro's choices were between V1 and Rogue from the sounds of it. And Gyro has been playing absolutely insane. He just took 2nd place with myself. It would have been 1st place if I didn't suck so much. In the PK Summer Bash, he just took 1st place in Twitch Rivals. The man is absolutely cracked. You give him space, he's going to hit a flip reset on you or 2. He's been absolutely grinding and playing extremely well. So I'm really looking forward to Gyro having a lead position on a team, being that big playmaker like he was originally for the Peeps back in the day when he was just so clutch in game 5s. Up next, another exciting one that's been rumored that is officially confirmed. The Monkeys, former Galaxy Racer, have announced their new third, which is going to be Cash. The best available player, in my opinion, out of all these roster changes and things that were going on, if players are falling to the place that they were rumored to be. Cash is very underrated and I think a very talented player and a great selection for this team. They've been looking for a certain missing piece of the puzzle. And yes, EXO is absolutely cracked and no longer with the roster. I do think Cash is a really good replacement. This team is going to be fighting very much so to try to get back into that top 5, top 6 area. And I think they actually have a true and a real possibility to do so with Cash. So it is going to be Arju, Matane, and Cash. Really looking forward to see how they play. But ultimately, as this all kind of gets sorted out, they are obviously still looking for a new organization. It does state in the tweet that Cash currently is still under contract with Rix.gg, but they are looking obviously probably for a buyout or something like that before everything moves forward. But it does look like Rix has been open to negotiations and is willing to let Cash go in search of a new place. Otherwise, this announcement probably would not happen. Up next, the one I'm most excited for, South America. Wondering who the new top dog is going to be, and without a doubt, it is going to be Furia. Now that True Neutral has left, Furia is bringing in my opinion, probably the best player in South America as of late. Jan continues to dominate my RLCS top plays videos for Sportsnet, and now he's on Furia. It is going to be absolutely crazy to watch what this man can do in the limelight. I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that Furia will be taking the top spot as the best team in South America now that the former #1 has left and gone to Mexico to compete in North America. Join us in welcoming Jan as the new Furia player, which rounds out a phenomenal roster. So really looking forward to seeing what Furia does in the future. Just know you're going to see Jan in almost every highlight reel from now until the end of his career, because the guy is absolutely cracked. Last but certainly not least, as you guys may or may not know, a while ago, Kansas City Pioneers ended up signing an all-female Rocket League team to compete in the WCBC, or the Women's Carball Championships, which has been recently obviously given support by Psyonix, $10,000 prize pool in their last event, if I remember correctly. And more people are starting to take attention. There's more people getting invested as women to go and compete at Rocket League at a high level, which they most definitely do. A lot of players significantly better than I am. But they're being joined now. It's not just Kansas City Pioneers. It is also now Alpine Esports based out of Minnesota. It is going to be Alpine White, the official team for Alpine in the women's league. It is going to be Freya, Yi, Pads, and Jazzy joining the crew, which I think is absolutely awesome. It's trying to showcase that it is not just guys that can compete. And even though it is in their own league, there's a lot of reasons for that. And it's also a platform to encourage and showcase that women can game as well. And it's actually really high level gameplay. It's been super exciting to watch. If you guys would like more details to anything, in the description down below, along with all the other rosters I talked about in today's video. All right, I said last but not least when it came to the rosters, but I know I talked about something at the beginning of this video. It's in the title, etc. But this one's a pretty big deal. There's been a lot of rumors, a lot of things going on, a lot of whispers, inside sources, whatever you want to call them, talking about the format for next season. Obviously, there's been a lot of questions surrounding when the heck is RLCS 11 or XI going to start? When the heck is things going to begin? What's the format? What are the details? And luckily, the things I've been hearing do provide a little bit of insight on that. Again, I'm going to tell you guys, this is the thing that I've heard, that October is most likely the start time. Assume we will find an update to that or official information sometime mid-September, whenever the heck that'll be. Officially, I do not know. And the other big thing, which is, I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing yet. I don't know what other changes are going to happen because of that. The big thing I've been hearing whisperings on a regular basis from sources and otherwise is that there will be no grid during RLCS XI. Whether that is true or not, I do not know, but I am pretty confident that the sources that are telling me are accurate in this. What that necessarily means for the format, if things are being simplified so it's not so much, or if they're doing other things like they've done in the past where day one of RLCS regionals are broadcasted by the teams like they were during the spring split, or how they're doing things, I do not know. I do know for a lot of community casters and stuff like that, and people that are trying to make their name in the scene, no grid broadcast can be extremely detrimental to the, I guess, growth or the success rate or the path that they're on. So I'm not exactly sure what it means or what it's going to turn into or what the end format is going to be for Rocket League in the upcoming season of the pro scene for RLCS. but I will keep you guys up to date as soon as I find out more information. So again, the big rumor that I've been hearing that seems more and more likely now, and I feel a bit more confident putting out for you all, is that there is no grid for RLCS XI. Whether you like that or not, let me know in the comments down below. That is going to wrap it up for this video. Some interesting things and some pretty big ones as well. If you guys do have any questions, comments, concerns outside of the grid situation, let me know in the comments down below. Also, links to everything I'm talking about in the description. And while you're down there, if you enjoy the content, make sure you guys hit subscribe, turn on notifications, give the video a thumbs up, check out my social medias, all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you guys for Q&A, the happy birthday edition, tomorrow. Peace.